MEX, we've been working hard on releasing the latest build of MEX 15 and have some really exciting new enhancements and changes to announce. In this release, we have rolled scheduled tasks into the MEX web server. What this means is that scheduled tasks can now utilize the MEX 15 engine to generate reports and run the activator. They no longer use the old code base and instead come packed with all the enhancements that MEX 15 has implemented over the years. This includes faster generation of reports and an improved activator, which will generate work orders on a loop until there are no more outstanding work orders to raise. On top of that, MEX 15 scheduled tasks no longer use the Windows Task Scheduler. Instead, the scheduled tasks are saved into the MEX database and are executed through MEX. You may ask, what does this even mean for you? If you migrate MEX to a new server, you won't have to worry about moving the scheduled tasks, as they are now already migrated with the MEX database. Any existing scheduled tasks created prior to this update will continue to run as they did, using the old code base. If you want to upgrade your old scheduled tasks, MEX makes it simple. We have an opt-in feature which allows you to convert the old task at a click of a button. Simply open up your scheduled task in MEX and you'll see the legacy tasks suffixed in brackets with Windows Task. You'll now see a button called Convert Now for these legacy tasks. Clicking this will do all the hard work for you and upgrade that task into the new system. Keep in mind, the legacy tasks will be deleted after they have finished converting. One more interesting thing that should be highlighted with scheduled tasks is that when setting up a task, you can now choose which user it runs at. This can be great for tracking which work orders are raised by the system and also for generating regionalized reports. To complement this integration, we've also fixed up a few things in scheduled tasks, such as start dates entered into a scheduled task, which are not an Australian date format, will no longer cause the task to stop running. Custom reports now email out correctly through the task scheduler. Users with different cultures, other than the English Australia, will no longer have issues creating scheduled tasks. In July, we introduced God Mode, as well as additional features that will further strengthen security in MEX. Further enhancements have been put in place to strengthen the passwords in MEX, where additional security measures force users to reset their passwords every X days. When setting a new password, Enforce Password Strength now has additional checks to make sure the password is at least 8 characters long, it has 1 capital letter, 1 special character, cannot contain the first, last, or username of the user, and does not contain any of the words in the common word list. The common word list can now be configured through the hyperlink on the security switches form. Furthermore, our user can be locked out for X minutes after X failed login attempts have been reached. Now let's take a look at the bug fixes that have gone into this release. Assets. Asset numbers greater than 25 characters can now be entered when duplicating the asset. When clicking the search button in rapid succession in the asset search listing, it will no longer return duplicate result sets in the listing. Work orders. Adding a work order spare catalog item on the fly with more than 25 characters no longer causes issues. When opening the details of a history work order, the last done reading no longer tries to override itself when closing the details, unless the user has updated it. Security. God Mode will only be seen by administrator users, which are users who are not attached to any security groups. Security applied to requests in MEX now applies to the MEX Ops app as well. You can now use forgotten password and reset password functionality when encryption is turned on. When encryption is turned on, you can now log in as expected after the user's timeout expires. When a user is assigned to a region from within the region setup, they can now only see regions they are a part of in the Change Region dropdown. Stores. Creating a catalog with a plus symbol in the name no longer causes issues when turning last numbers on in the store's control files. The purchase order listing performance issue introduced with some customers in Build 74 has been fixed. Permits. New permit type details with a long name are now saved to the database correctly. Information entered into existing PM permits are now saved correctly. Regions. When search is used in the Assets tab in the region setup, it will no longer cause issues when trying to expand out the asset tree. And finally, custom fields. Inspection Details Custom Fields tab now shows correctly in the Edit Custom Fields form. If you have automatic updates checked, then the upgrading process will be, just as you guessed it, automatic. Otherwise, you'll have to contact MEX support for details on performing the manual upgrade. Keep in mind, these are only some of the enhancements and bug fixes resolved in the latest release. You can find the full release notes on the MEX user portal. If you have any questions or any issues, please get in contact with our support department at support@mex.com.au or call 61 7 3392 4777, and they'll be more than happy to help you out.